Today, we will be adding the new poster printer to your computer, creating a poster, and then printing it. Alright, so you want to start off by opening your Start menu in the bottom left corner of your screen. When you have the Start menu open, click on Devices and Printers. The next window that opens up, you'll be able to see every printer that your computer knows, and you'll be able to add a new one. Click on Add a Printer on the top left corner of that window. Your next screen will ask you to either add a local printer or to add a network, wireless, or Bluetooth printer. We want to add a network, wireless, or Bluetooth printer. Select that option, click Next. The next window will ask you to find a printer in the directory based on location or feature, select Shared Printer by name, or add a printer using TCP/IP. We're going to find the printer using a directory. Select the first option, click Next. The next window that appears, you'll have to type in the name box HS-D102-Design Jet T520. The printer should appear in the bottom window. Select it and click OK. Now, you'll have to follow the remaining steps to add the printer as you would any other printer. You may want to uncheck the Set as Default, as this printer prints on very large sheets of paper and is not meant for everyday use. Okay, and to make a poster, we're going to follow the same steps to get into the program. You're going to want to start with the Start menu in the bottom left corner of your screen. When the Start menu appears, this time we're going to go with All Programs on the bottom left. Once you have expanded All Programs, you're going to have to scroll down a little until you find Adobe Design Premium CS5. Open that folder up, and inside you'll see Adobe Photoshop CS5. We're going to create a poster using this program. Once open in Photoshop, what we want to do is create a new project. You'll have to go up to File in the top left, New. When the new project window appears, there are 6 boxes that we're going to have to change, but we're going to keep an eye on 7. The first box we have to change is the name. The second is a preset. Third, fourth, fifth, and sixth have to do with the width and the height of our new project. The 7th option that we're going to keep an eye on is the image size. This is simply for storage purposes. I have changed the name, the preset, the width, and the height of my new project. My name is New Poster. My preset I've set to custom so I can have more control over my project. The width I have set to 24 and the unit to inches, the height 36, and the unit as well to inches. Now that we have our new project open, let's explore some of the tools we're going to be using. Some of the basic tools, starting from the top left and working our way down, are the Select tool. This is used to move objects in different layers in our project. The Paintbrush tool, which allows us to color. And the Text tool and Mouse tools. The Text tool allows us to write on our project, and the Mouse tool allows us to select certain functions of our project. Alright, well, I want to insert an image, so I'm going to go to File, and I'm going to scroll down to Place. Most programs will say Insert. Photoshop uses Place instead. Once the next window appears to place an object into your project, it functions the same as an import, an image, an insert. You navigate to whatever you're trying to place into your project. In this case, I'm going to take the small Kakana logo and I'm going to place it into my project. Alright, it's pretty small. Well, we can make that bigger because once you place an object, you're temporarily locked in an editing tool. Simply motion your cursor so it is in the extend mode, which is a diagonal arrow pointing in and out toward the object. There we go, that's a little bit better. Don't worry, when you're resizing the image appears to be distorted, pixelated. This will self-adjust as soon as you exit the editing tool by selecting either the mouse or the select tool from your tools list on the left. Alright, well that's looking pretty empty right now, so let's add some text. I'm going to go ahead and grab the text tool, drag it over to my poster, and draw a box. Now I can edit this box, but it's very hard to tell that I can't. In the top left corner you should see a flashing cursor. If you don't, please check with the ribbon on top of your project. Up here you'll find your font sizes, your text sizes, and colors. Alright, now that I've added some text, it's starting to look like a poster. But I'm not satisfied. There's a fair amount of white on there. I want to fill it in with some color. As you can see here, I have actually added a star at the bottom of my page. I did this by selecting the paint tool from the left-hand side of your screen, and I've adjusted which palette I'm working with in the top right. There are 3 selections you can make. I selected painting. This allows me a wider range of colors, brushes, and allows me to edit all of my layers. So as I mentioned, we have a lot of color swatches. You can even blend using the blending tool. Paint brushes, there are a fair amount to choose from, and none of which are boring or dull, so play around with them. Layers. This is by far the most important part of this poster. Every aspect of this poster, as you can see, the 2 texts, the image, and the background are each a separate layer and have to be edited accordingly. You can edit the text by double-clicking on the T picture. You can edit the picture by double-clicking on the picture of the picture. And anything done on the background at this point is simply through paint, just colors and images. You can also make each separate layer go invisible by clicking on the eye to the left. Okay, now that our poster is looking fancy, it's time to print. So I have to go up to File and down to Print. The next screen that pops up will show you a preview of what your image should look like. It should list the printer up at the top in the middle, which you may have to select and move to that HS-D102-DesignJet T520. And a third set of scaling options. We'll use those later. But for now, we're going to go into the print settings. Once in the print settings, double check to make sure that your printer is the correct one by looking in the top left corner of the window. It should say //KSD-HS/HS-D102-DesignJet T520. Please note there is a graphic to help you verify the size of your image and what it might look like after you print it. We will be looking at the document size and the standard options for print quality. Under the document size, you may have to click the down arrow and navigate to something much larger than a standard 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. In our case, our poster is 24 by 36, so we need to use the Super D/A1. Notice how the image on your right also changes in size. Now we're going to set the print quality. I want as much quality as I can, and I'm not really too concerned about the speed, so I have switched the dial all the way to quality. Once you're done with that, hit OK. This should take a minute to load, as your settings are going to be transferred back to the print menu. The graphic on the print menu should reflect the changes you've made by updating you with 24 by 36 displayed preview. Next, we're going to mess with that scale to fit media. What this does is it adds a border around your work and slightly shrinks the image so that it will still fit on the 24 by 36 inch sheet. This really isn't a big deal, but for those who want a little bit of paper around the edges, to frame or to put up somewhere, it comes in quite handy. So we're going to leave this one checked and print off. That's it. Enjoy your new poster.